How's it going, everybody? Chef here, and today just wanted to do a quick little rundown of what my opinions are as to what's going to happen and occur in Phase 2, which comes out in 3 days. Today's Monday. Phase 2 is officially out on Thursday. They get rid of the layers tomorrow. So lots of action going to be happening. And pretty much there were 3 points that I just wanted to help you all, become aware of because they could be pretty much game breaking, literally game breaking actually for some of them. So the first thing I wanted to mention is obviously layering is being removed. Most servers already have layering removed, but some of the bigger servers such as Faralina, which is where I'm at, still has layering, which is letting people, farm Devil Sword and stuff like that, which is what I'm doing at the moment. But basically what is going to happen with the removal of layering is the economy is going to be absolutely crazy because there's now more potential than ever to officially have a monopoly on a certain item, and most of the raw materials and crafting items are definitely going to take an increase in price. So that includes things like fishes, ores, stones, gems, stuff like that, silk cloth, rune cloth, because these are all going to be used for end game items for the most part. So for example, fishes, pretty popular ones are going to be oily blackmouth, as well as you'll have your night fins, you'll have your squids, you'll have fire fin snapper, even stone scale eel. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. So pretty much they're all used for consumables. You have free action pots with blackmouths, you have flasks and greater stone shield with the eels, you have consumables, food buffs, even firepower potions for mages with the fire fin snapper. So those are already pricey. Blackmouth eels, or oily blackmouth, sorry, already run around 35 silver each on the server. I could easily see those getting to half a gold for one fish, which is an easy fish. That's a low level fish to catch. So there's definitely going to be a lot of profit in things like Devil Sword. Earlier in the week, I guess it's a brand new week. Earlier last week, Devil Sword was around 6.5 gold on our server, and already it's now Monday. They're back up to 8 gold plus. So I could easily see by effectively cutting the efficiency of Devil Sword farming in half, I can easily see a 50% increase on Devil Sword. I'm expecting the market to hit 12 gold once again at bare minimum. I think it's definitely going to go higher than that, but at 12 gold is like my floor for Devil Sword pricing. So you can see other of these low farm, low spawn rate craftable items definitely see at least a 50% increase in price. So the market itself, things are just going to cost a lot more money because there's going to be less availability. Obviously, the supply and demand, you take away the supply, demand stays the same, the price is going to go up. So economy, hopefully you guys have your gold, because going to raids every week, getting those consumables, it's just going to go up, and obviously people are going to be spamming them in world PvP, which also takes us to our next segment. Ooh, a Devil Sword just spawned. 1 second, my friends. So we're gonna kill this live. So I gotta be a little sneaky with my Devil Sword because, speaking of PvP, Ungoro Crater is going to be a absolutely crazy zone because of the Devil Sword in it, and it's just a pretty hot spot for farming and whatnot. So, PvP, everyone's on one layer, which means there's going to be a lot more stream sniping, there's going to be a lot more griefing, just strictly for being in someone's guild. Like if you're in a streamer guild and you wear that name, just get prepped to get camped probably, because that's just the way the game is. So hotspots for PvP, because Honor's now out and some of the Honor gear is best in slot at the moment for a lot of classes, so people are going to want to be farming honorable kills. And the hotspot zones are probably going to be, in my opinion, Ungoro Crater, and then you have Hillspread Foothill, just because the spawn rate from Terran Mill as well as the South Shore for Alliance is so close to each other that you can just continuously fight each other and respawn and continually farm those HKs. 1 second, East 15, okay, got it. So you have Ungoro, you have Hillspread, you're going to have WPL and EPL because people are getting to those endgame quests as they're leveling up their characters. A lot of them are level 50 plus, they could be some free pickings, and it's relatively close for the Horde, having Undercity right there. So definitely going to see a lot of PvP there, and it's pretty easy to camp fight zones. So for example, you're flying into Light's Hope, you take 10 steps out of the city, or even in the city, and if people want you dead, you're gonna be dead, because they're gonna have 10, 40, 50, 100 people waiting there to get those honorable kills. You could see Blackrock Mountain, absolutely going to be a shit show. You have LBRS, UBRS, BRD, Molten Core, and there's a lot of choke points to access those dungeons, which is why it's going to be really, really big for honorable kills. You're already seeing it now. PvP in Honor isn't even out yet, and on our server there's just 100v100s there every single night, which is pretty awesome because I definitely love it. And then what else do we see? Felwood. You'll definitely see Felwood there because there's a lot of craftable, farmable stuff there, like water elementals, Fellcloth, fire elementals, stuff like that, and for tubers, just for natural PvP consume. And then, so yeah, those are probably the zones, but you can expect to get griefed very, very hard. I'm going to get griefed for sure, just because, one, I'm in Hero, and I'm not exactly liked by a lot of the Horde and Alliance counterparts for being the Robin Hood of the Crater, because I am a solo man down here, pretty much the only person in the guild who farms it, and farms it successfully. And when I'm not streaming, they can't stop me at all. So that's the only way. But when I'm streaming, which I'm going to be streaming a lot in Phase 2, you could probably expect to see Gray Screen Simulator. So with all the PvP that's happening and, the highly condensed zones, highly contested zones, high population for those honorable kills, you can definitely expect to see, sadly, a lot of server instability and potentially crashing, because you're basically funneling all of those people. From what I've heard and from what I understand is each specific zone has its own layer and kind of server where if you go to the next zone, you're in that next zone's population and whatnot. So if you cram 2,000 people into Blackrock Mountain or EPL or Angoro, because there's not going to be any fighting in capital cities anymore. That's just not going to happen, because getting a dishonorable kill by killing a civilian completely kills your gains as far as honor goes. So you're going to see a lot of this open world, wars going on. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been a part of some of these 200v200s, and it's literally just a slideshow. And that's still with having some layering going on as well. So I'm curious to see what Blizzard is going to do to try to alleviate some of that world lag, because at the moment, some fights honestly might just not be even playable, which is why a lot of people are kind of unsure how they want to go about Phase 2 farming honor. A lot of people are trying to do 5-man groups, 10-man groups, and if it happens, maybe a 40-on-40, and then those 40-on-40s, they lead to 100v100s, to whole guilds. Pretty much it's just going to be up in the air. We are honestly just going to have to wait and see. At the moment, a lot of people that are skeptical as far as how the servers are going to do. So those are just some quick thoughts on what I expect to happen in Phase 2. Markets are definitely going to increase for pretty much everything, and you're going to see a lot more monopolies, a lot more probably faction, co-faction griefing for those monopolies. Obviously, Devil Sword is still going to continue no matter what. You might see people try to hold down a specific market. What do we got? A Warlock here again. Okay. You can see the silk and rune cloth markets definitely go up, because those are utilized obviously for tailoring, for grenades, for engineering, stuff like that. And then you could see just a lot of PvP. If you're on a PvP server, red is dead, If you're in that 12 level range, I'm pretty sure if you're level 60, you can kill a level 48 and still get honor. You're not safe anymore. So definitely, I forgot to mention this, try to level up in dungeons, in my opinion, because you just want to, if you're leveling up, you need to stay out of the world, because the world is just going to be an absolute war zone the entire time. So best of luck leveling up. Hopefully you guys got a lot of gold, and hopefully these servers don't crash. Those are just a quick little 3 points, I guess, on what I expect to happen in Phase 2 coming out in the next few days. If you guys have any other ideas or just want to share them, be sure to leave a comment down below, and you guys can interact with each other. I read all the comments as well. I'll probably respond to a couple of them. I probably forgot a lot of things in this video, but just wanted to give a little brief explanation of my thought processes here. And as always, I'll have all my other social media such as Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as anything else in the info box down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.